Welcome to this series, which provides information and tips on supporting the communication development of deaf babies and toddlers with any level of hearing loss from mild to profound. But before we get started, let's first think about your family's communication route. You might be faced with a lot of information about different communication approaches, like sign language, for example British Sign Language, or sign-supported English,
This little piggy stay at home.
or auditory oral approaches, which focus specifically on listening and spoken communication.
Shall we open?
And you might also be thinking about whether your child will use spoken language, sign language, or be bilingual in both. When deciding between all the options, many parents ask, what is the best approach to support my child's communication development? Research on this shows that choices are very individual, and there is no clear evidence that one approach works best for all babies, as all families and children are different and have different circumstances. So the best choice is the one that suits your child and family. You'll probably have met with your local teacher of the deaf, and may have met with other professionals too. Talking to the professionals working with your family can really help with your decision. It can also help to meet other families and people with knowledge and experience. The key is to make well-informed choices for your family based on the information that's out there and what you feel best meets your needs. And remember, whatever approach or mix of approaches you choose, you don't have to stick with it permanently. If it doesn't feel right or no longer works for your child and family, you can always adapt or change it. No matter what stage you're at in your decision, the videos in this series provide information based on the best available research evidence to help you support your child's development. The videos fit with a range of different communication approaches. For example, whether you are using sign or focusing on listening and spoken communication, there are tips that fit with both of these options. And if you are using a mixture of both, there are tips on how to balance these. To decide on the tips that would work best with your family, it can help to talk to the professionals who are supporting you. The first video in this series, called How Do Babies Learn to Communicate?, is a whirlwind tour through early development, looking at the communication skills that develop in the first 2 years. The rest of the videos are about what we can do to support this development for deaf babies with any level of hearing loss. There's a lot of information and advice in these videos, so don't worry about taking it all in or getting the hang of it all straight away. It might be helpful to pause and make notes as you go along. And come back and watch parts again if you are trying out particular strategies. When it comes to communication, learning is about doing. The more we communicate with babies, the more they learn how to communicate. Anything you can do to give them early learning opportunities will really help their development.